Just in case Rishi Sunak did win, we ought to say something about him. That was a surprise, Rishi winning.
The brown one pulled out the bag.
At least now we've got a Prime Minister I can masturbate over. Thank you for listening to Two Talking Arseholes. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only and may deal with adult topics and adult themes. Brownstown, we're with you when you fight. Brownstown, bark with the dogs tonight. Brownstown, Cleveland is right behind you. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are, whoever you are, listening to Talking to Our Souls. Season 3, Episode 5, the 5th day of September. I know, Av's face there, he's shocked. 5th day of September, or as I like to call it, 5 days after my 51st birthday. Yeah, it's me, Steve. Goodbye, Boris Hen. And over there we have...
Get a new kettle, so 10 pounds, Mr. Singh.
Do you know, I should say, we sometimes have more than two people doing this podcast, and at the moment we have me, Av Singh, and Boris fucking Johnson. Oh, that was so funny.
£10.
People still believe he's done nothing wrong, and he's the best thing since sliced bread, which is now £3 a loaf.
Oh, just get it straight. A white loaf.
A brown loaf's cheaper?
No, because the Conservatives don't like the brown. They like the white, don't they?
That is a disgrace.
A little bit crusted on it, but it's got to be white.
It's got to be white. She's not that crusty. Yeah, oh, congratulations, Liz Truss. Well done for being our new Prime Minister. Hey, do you know what I predicted like weeks and weeks ago? I'm going to show it again because it took me a long time to make. And I predicted, this is when there was about 8 people in the race and it was going down to 5. Place your bets, please.
That is a disgrace.
There you go. Can you imagine? We started off with David Cameron, Theresa May, Boris Johnson, and now in Liz we trust.
Oh no!
I'm not a big fan of hand signals like that. I much prefer the middle one. But yeah, I think that what could you do?
That is for the British. That is
victory.
That
Victory over Europe.
No, well, listen now. But these two fingers represent the British spirit.
What were you going to say?
I was wondering what I was going to say.
Oh, God. Can anything else go wrong?
No.
No wonder we're flying to the bloody moon. Or not, if the rocket exploded.
No, yeah. Don't say exploded. I'm sure it's gonna...
No, there's nobody on it. Only Shaun the sheep.
I'm sure what happened is that they went to fill it up and realised, shit, it's going to cost too much.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Everything is so expensive. If you, like in the space race. But it's a big rocket. I love a big rocket, me. Any salad.
To the moon or Mars?
It's going to the moon, and they're hopefully when they send. I nearly fell for it then. I was going to say when they send the men to the moon, but no, it'll be the persons. When they send the persons, the 2-person job.
Have you forgotten what we discussed? The Homo sapien.
When they send the 2 homos, apes. The Homo apes. The 2 Homo apes, Ching Chong, up to the moon. They hopefully I bet it's not going to happen though. On the first thing, they want to start making a moon base. Then all my
why?
science fiction dreams will come true.
You know why?
It's a letter in the alphabet. My son hates that joke. I used to do it as a children's entertainer.
I can see why.
At the age of 3, he hated it.
I know why.
Aye!
But should I explain to you the reason then?
Why they go to the moon?
Because there's talk of the Chinese building a base up there, and they're worried that the Chinese are going to build a base and claim it for themselves, probably first.
What, and then do Deliveroo? Is that racist?
It's more Alibaba, isn't it?
I fancy a takeaway. What do you want? Chinese. All right, let's ring the moon up and let's have a Chinese takeaway. They just have to drop it and it'll land outside in your garden.
You know, they want to take over the moon and make it communist.
Well, thank God we've got Liz Truss who's going to sort the Chinese out as well. That'll be her second job after she's sorted out the racists.
But we were just talking earlier on about she was Lib Dem, wasn't she?
Yes, she was Lib Dem. And she was a Remainer.
She was Lib Dem, and then her dad was Lib Dem as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's usually how it works.
And then
it's a family thing.
She went from Lib Dem to Conservative, turned to the dark side, and looked at Rishi Sunak's face.
What are you saying is the dark side? The conservatismism?
No,
I know you're saying it's Rishi Sunak's face.
He's considered the dark side of the Conservative Party, just for the fact that he's brown.
I think it's because he's short. Give me a job, give me a job, give me a job. What's he going to do now he's out on his oof? Do you reckon he'll stay in politics or go and make more money?
He can be a house husband, can't he? His missus is a billionaire. He can be at home making sandwiches and tea for the kids.
Gee.
That's what he needs to do, isn't it?
Sunak's sandwich bar.
I was talking to someone who just come from Afghanistan, Steve. I was talking about what's happening in this country. I said, do you know about that? What's happening in this country in Afghanistan when he was over there? He goes, no, they weren't allowed TVs. It was a Taliban.
That is a disgrace.
See, I thought I did the old dad jokes.
I wanted to give a taste of your own medicine there, Steve.
Yeah, I understand exactly how you feel now. Yeah. That's like,
I reckon that could have won a joke of the
fringe.
Joke of the fringe, I reckon. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think I think the jokes of the fringe have to be like original, like modern. I know where Saddam Hussein kept his wine in Iraq. Let's not do hilarious jokes because we're not here to do hilarious jokes. We're here just to be mildly amusing. We should have called it that, mildly amusing, rather than talking to ourselves.
Amusing ourselves.
Amusing. Well, yes. We should talk about the kettle thing though, because you didn't mention it at the beginning.
If you have an old kettle that takes ages to boil, it may cost you £20 to replace it. But if you get a new one, you'll save £10 a year every year on your electricity bill.
Our exalted leader, who is now off to see the Queen, is he gone to see the Queen today?
Yep, it's gone up.
And he's resigned.
I don't think he's going to resign. He'll probably go to the Queen. See you later.
I brought you a kettle from Argos.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm talking like this. I'm a northern comedian. I brought you a kettle from Argos. That's the only impression I do.
Your Majesty, I'll see you soon. Here's a kettle.
There is talk that they reckon that Liz Truss will have a vote of no confidence quite soon, and then they'll have another vote to see who will win, and we'll go through the whole 6 weeks again, and Johnson will be our Prime Minister to take us to the promised land. Stick him on the fucking rocket.
Arse first. The fact that he came up with that suggestion, get a kettle for £20 and save yourself £10 a year. How much is electricity going up again this year?
A lot.
Like £10 ain't gonna do nothing,
Well,
is it?
I think I see where he was coming from, but he really has no. He was actually reading it as well, and he got it all wrong. But so say you bought a kettle for £20 and you save yourself £10 this year. You've still spent an extra £10, so you won't have saved yourself £10.
It'll take 2 years, isn't it? Save £10. Or 3
Well,
years.
save 20. Yeah, 3 years you'd be ahead of the game. But this year you're still £10. You're still spending £20. And like, how if you are counting every penny and you are not paying certain bills so you can feed your children, how is going out spending £20 on a new kettle going to help any fucker?
He needs to realise is that people won't turn the kettle on at all because they can't afford it. If you buy 100 kettles, you'll save £1,000. I was just waiting for him to bring out that logic.
Oh, I thought there was going to be a punchline like Taliban.
No,
but but surely everyone will say, "Let's get." If you nick 1,000 kettles, you'll be able to sell them for £5. That's a win-win all round.
Unless you get caught.
Who's going to catch you? Whose job is it to catch you? The police.
Staff in the store.
No.
Yes.
No.
I actually saw this, Steve. I'll give you proof, right? I saw it with my own 2 eyes. 2 thieves went into Aldi, and the staff chased them out the store, and they came back with like a big
Really?
pile of refrigerated meat, probably steak and stuff. There must have been about 10 of them packed up like that, and they're the ones who went out to get them.
Is this Aldi Wolverhampton?
Yeah.
I know of places that say it's cheaper to claim it off the insurance than provide security. If you provide security to stop people pinching your stuff, I mean, there is a lot of money being stolen from shops, but it's cheaper to claim it back on the insurance than pay security. But no, fair play for people who would chase out. I wouldn't chase out.
I think Aldi probably got a policy on it.
Policy, a German policy.
Well, the police say. I was just saw advertisement for the police officer. They're looking for particularly ethnic minorities. And your pay starts in like just over 21k. I'm thinking, that's nothing, isn't it? That's nothing. Putting your life on the line.
But you'd wear a nice hat and have some handcuffs. And a truncheon. Or you have a nightstick now. Is it called a nightstick? One of those battens. And you might get a taser. You have to have a taser.
What's that going to do?
Yeah, but you'll have the kit, mate.
Yeah.
You'd look good. You'd look good in a police uniform.
You can't. Well, I can't do it yet. You can't have a body mass index over 30.
Oh, really? But is it all right if you start there and you do get one? But you can't. I've seen a lot of large police officers.
But then, I'm saying police officers are getting treated like crap. I'm not a big fan of police officers, but this government with all the cutbacks and we want 20,000 officers. I don't think is Truss going to get 20,000 officers. I don't think so.
Well, I'm sure she'll inherit her own mistakes. So yes, she'll get 20,000 officers. 40 new hospitals will have been built by the end of Liz Truss's 6 month in power. Power.
I think people are more interested in having make sure the nuclear power. Boris promising the nuclear power station, isn't he? Has he set that up by deliberately? We're going to have a new power station. When he leaves, it doesn't happen. I said it's going to be a power station for your kettles.
He'll be in his element. No, I reckon he'll get a job in the nuclear industry afterwards. That's what he's doing. He'll be on all the board of all these nuclear things. He'll have nuclear toothbrushes, nuclear motorbikes. He's not a big fan of
fracking.
Well, that's what he calls it.
Yeah, that's what he's not a big fan of fracking, but he's a big fan of. Whoa.
That's our ex-Prime Minister. Do we need to talk about Liz Truss?
Oh, I think let's give her.
Should we leave it? Should we give her a couple of weeks off?
Give her a week. Yeah, let's give her a week. See what she does.
She came out all guns blazing, which fair credit, but I don't think any of it will happen. So we've got a new cabinet coming this week as well. I ordered it off Argos. So yeah, let's move. Are you laughing at my joke?
Nah.
I was thinking that as I said at the beginning, we don't always have two people in the studio. We have many different people, and I believe we'll have another superstar coming up in a minute, because I wanted to talk about the new Lord of the Rings thing on Amazon Prime. And
tried us.
He's here now. Is it Andy Serkis, or is it Av Singh?
The ring, Steve. Give me the ring.
I'm not going anywhere near your ring, my dear. So, have you seen it yet?
Lenny Henry. No, I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet. If we haven't seen it, let's do this.
Oh, it's movie time! It's movie time! It's movie time with Av Singh.
We're going to talk about this week.
Lord of the Ring prequel.
He said that very well. The Lord of the Ring prequel. Right. What do you want to say about the Lord of the Ring prequel?
The jury's out.
Oh, it's movie time! It's movie time! It's movie time with Av Singh.
I want it to be good, Steve. That's why. But I got a feeling it's not going to be.
I do.
Yeah.
I do as well. I know exactly what you mean, though. I think that's the thing. But you were trying to do a Lenny Henry impression. I can do a Lenny Henry impression. You're all right, Bab. That's me. You're right, Bab. That's me. That's me. Black Country.
When I heard Lenny Henry was going to be in it, I was hoping that he was going to bring back part of the character and blend him in with what elf he's playing, like a Dilbert Wilkins.
Or Trevor McDonald.
Yeah.
News in from the Shire.
I'll be honest with you. In the early days, as a stand-up comedian, I did like him.
Was that when he was when he was called pandering to the whiteys, or when he changed his style?
No, when he did that. Do you remember Dilbert Wilkins? He had that character. He was like a pirate radio station DJ.
Yeah, no. I know the name, but I can't remember the character.
He was a mad character, and that was funny. I thought that was quite funny. He's become very, I don't think he's outspoken, but he is like, he just talk about not being enough black roles and enough black jobs in the entertainment industry, hasn't he? So
he stuck his neck out, and if he's shit, then he's only got himself to blame. But no, I saw him in the lottery program thing, the drama, and he was excellent in that. I do think he's a very good actor, and I did enjoy his comedy when I was younger.
I didn't like him in Doctor Who.
I don't think I saw him in Doctor Who. Was he a Dalek?
No, they tried to. Yeah, it could have been, couldn't it? They tried to do like a spoof of a James Bond kind of story.
Oh no, I did see that one. That was one of the first ones of Jodie's, wasn't it? And he was
and he was the villain.
He was the rich man in the posh house.
Yeah, he was like the typical Bond villain kind of thing.
No, I did see that. Obviously, it just washed all over me.
That's my point. Is that you don't remember it? I didn't like it.
No.
So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But I've seen it. I've seen a clip of him in the Lord of the Rings, and he seems like he looks wiser because he's got grey hair, and he seems older and wiser, and I like that.
I'm quite happy to see they got black actors in it. Yeah, right. But when that was first created by Tolkien. Going by even the first movies, everyone was white, right?
Yeah.
So if you thought that's a prequel, right? So if you watched it in order, you didn't know anything was going on. You watched that. Say you watched that, all the prequels, yeah. And then you come to the movies and you're thinking, what's happened to all the black elves? It's a bit like a black apartheid or something happening.
What was it? Yeah, the Conservatives had got in Middle Earth. Boris Johnson became Sauron. See, a lot of people ask me and Av, how do we come up with names for the show? And I'm just going to show you the way we work it out, and then we'll say goodbye.
I don't know what's going to happen this winter.
Oh, well, we'll sit round a twig and eat a little pigeon.
I was going to say I'll be eating a lot of mainly raw liver, I think.
Do you like liver?
No, but isn't it the cheapest meat you can buy? And I can't afford to cook it. Raw liver.
Oh, do you know what? I think I'd rather become vegetarian.
I'm sure liver's up on the cheapest parts of a.
Yeah. But I actually thought you were actually doing a Hannibal Lecter thing. I thought you were just going to eat people.
You would have thought the anus would be the cheapest part, wouldn't you? Be like a hula hoop, wouldn't it?
No, I don't even believe I'm going to encourage this. But like, you'd have to be able to stretch it and then fry it to make it like a hula hoop, wouldn't you? Really? Otherwise, it would just be like a big piece of skin. I don't even know why I'm entertaining it. Fucking hell. Av's Butcher, anus for sale.
You know something? I think I might just create a new crisp there for meat eaters. Anus hula hoops.
Oh.
I worked out liver flavoured anus hula hoops.
Liver flavoured anus hula hoops. And that, people, is the name of the show. We'll be back next week with more on our new Prime Minister. So it's goodbye.
See you later.
Okay.
Unlike Boris.
Whoa, don't count your fucking chickens.
Cleveland is right behind you.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. We hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe and share this because it will help us. And don't forget to tune in next week, 8 p.m. Mondays. Ta-ra! So